Previously on a Vinekin's Revenge. The next day. It's 8 a.m. and Morgan wakes up feeling well rested and refreshed. Feeling the warmth of the sun's rays on her skin, it gives her a sense of peace and hope. Wow, I still can't believe I'm in Thornmere. Time to get the day started. I have two goals in mind. First, I need to find Felix, and second, I do want to get a job at one of the town's construction sites. So Morgan gets ready for the day and starts to head towards the town hall. It is still quite early for visiting hours, but Morgan noticed a poster nailed to the wooden doors of the building. It's a wanted poster of more details about Graf, the missing blacksmith. He's been charged with murder. Morgan takes in all this information and thinks it would be best to try to connect with one of the metal workers to learn more about Graf. He was last seen at Rock Ridge Forge, a local blacksmith business in Thornmere. So knowing that the town hall is still closed, Morgan heads over to Market Square to update Salo on information she's gathered about Graf. Salo's jaw drops. What? Graf has been charged with murder? Oh shit, well, we shouldn't be around him. He seems really dangerous. Morgan responds, yes, but that's exactly why the town guard wants him in prison. I know I can find him. I should chat with folks over at Rockridge Forge. Do you know where that blacksmith is? He shakes his head. No, I don't, but I bet you Jean could share with you directions to get there. Morgan heads inside into the Keeling Kevin and spots Jean. She waves to the pretty barmaid. Hi, Jean. Do you know where Rock Ridge Forge is? She smiles, greets Morgan. Good morning. Why, yes, I do. Just follow the main road and it's past the library. But I would be careful. Apparently, there was a blacksmith who worked there that was charged with murder, and that shop has closed their business for a couple days to wait for all of that to resolve. Okay. Morgan nods her head. Okay, well, interesting. Thanks for the heads up, and I'll keep that in mind. Hello, adventurers! It is I, Solus Venture, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of part 5 of my campaign of Vinekin's Revenge. And today we are going to be continuing part 6 of this adventure, and we'll see kind of what Morgan is learning about this missing blacksmith. Alright, but before we dive into it, I do want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to Weeping Wick. They sent me over these amazing handmade soy candles that really just add so much magic to my solo tabletop RPG sessions. I actually lit this one while I was playing Alone Against Darkness, or no, Alone Against Fear. I lit this one up while I was playing Alone Against Fear, and it just added so much to the atmosphere and immersion of that experience as I was playing it. And so I just want to say thank you so much for letting me review these amazing candles, and I love the story behind each candle that they designed. So this one is really smells really good. I just love this black currant and rose kind of smell. And then this one I want to light while I am playing my CAIRN campaign today. This one is Winterhold, and I'm such a huge Skyrim fan, so I'm excited to just light this one and have it on as I play. And then here is the other one that I also still need to review, but this is Crimson Fizz. So if you're interested about my thoughts on these candles, I'll make a post on my Instagram later on, maybe in like the couple next few days, about my thoughts about these candles. But I absolutely love these candles, and again, just a huge thank you. So yeah, I'll just cut off the tip here, and then I will go ahead and light it. All right. Okay. So we will have this on the side here. Oh, so nice. So we will dive into our adventure here. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that snippet of part, man, what part was that? Part 5? Yeah? So now we are in, so this will be turning point 5 now. but this is part 6. Yeah. Okay. So where we left off is Morgwyn over here. She is going to be trying to figure out the story behind Graf and like why he's been charged with murder. And she also wants to see if she can chat with Salo over here, because he saw that traveling blacksmith when he was in Evervale Hollow. So she is going to go to she's going to follow the main road down past the library and head to the blacksmith shop there and kind of see like what's going on. So around now this time, it's probably like 10, I'll say it's like 10 a.m. or so. So let me just move some stuff here. Yeah, so I'll say it is 10. Yeah, so I'll say right now it's 10 a.m. because it's a new day now, and she just started her day trying to find Felix. Yeah, okay, so we will now get started. So I'll say that this is a development, and we will roll for the theme now. So we are going to roll a d10 here. We'll see what's going on. Okay, it is 7. Okay, so that means tension. Ooh, I wonder what's going on now. Okay, so this is now tension. Okay, cool. So let's have our adventure crafter here open. We'll go into tension. All right, so we will roll on the tables here. So let's see what our first plot point is. Okay, so this is, so this is a 48. Oh man, okay, so it says here. Alright, so it says here, nowhere to run. Oh man, okay, so a character faces a peril with no means to escape. Alright, so I wonder, interesting. Okay, so I'll just say no escape, and so she is heading to the blacksmith shop, which is, what's it called? I think it's called Rock Ridge Forge. Okay, so she's heading there, so maybe there's something that happens there where she can't escape from. Rock Ridge Forge. Okay, yeah, so maybe that's it. Okay, so alright, so Morgwyn would be involved here, and then yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I will actually, you know what? Here, I will move all these over, and then so we will put that to the side for now, and we will take out, we'll do a little bit of some artsy craftsy things. We will say, let's say here's like the main road. So Morgan's kind of coming in from here, and then let's say this is the front door. Okay, so let's say this is what's this called? Yeah. So this is Rock Ridge Forge, and this is a blacksmith shop. Okay, cool. So maybe as she is coming up to here, so she doesn't really know like what to expect, but other than I'm sure it'd be obvious there is at least a front door here. So let's see and let's ask the fate chart some questions about kind of the layout of the building. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's ask. I would probably say it's very 50-50 right now. Yeah. So let's ask the fate chart if there is. So there's a door, obviously. Let's see if there is a window on this side of the building. So let's ask the fate chart here. Okay, so that is a 70. Okay, so that is a no. There is no window on this side of the building. So knowing Morgwyn, I feel like then she'd be kind of cautious of her surroundings. So let's see. Maybe she would like look around her. Is there anybody around? Maybe. So let's see. Okay, 71. So that is a no. Okay. So there's nobody around her area right now at this side of the building. So maybe she kind of comes along this side, and let's see if there are any windows here. Okay, that is partially a no. Okay, so there are no windows, but maybe there's like a back door instead. I wonder. Oops. What was that? I think that was a 77. Okay, so there are no windows here, and there are no back doors on this side, but a random event does happen here. So let's see. Okay, so we got a 44 NPC negative. Okay, so that means something bad happens to the NPC here. Okay, so maybe, let's see. So we'll do, oh wait, was that a PC or NPC? Oh, it was a NPC negative. Okay, so something negative happens to the NPC. There are no NPCs yet, so maybe NPC negative. Okay, I'll just make a note here. Okay, so let's see, what else could we ask? I wonder if there is maybe there's like little slits of like wood that keeps the door or the wall maybe kind of open. I wonder, is there any way that she could kind of enter into the building from that side? 44. Okay, so yes, so maybe there is like a little crack in the wall here that she can probably like slip through. All right, so okay, I want her to kind of look inside and kind of see in between the little like slits of wood there, and let's see if she can take a peek inside in the building, and let's ask the fate chart if there's like anyone in the building. Ooh, 17. Okay, so that is a for sure yes. Okay, so that means that there is someone in the building here. Okay, so maybe there is someone in the building, and Is the person like working maybe? Is this like a metal worker? I'll probably say very likely because this is a blacksmith shop. So let's see. Oh, a 17 again. Okay, so it is a metal worker and he's probably kind of forging like weapons or something. So maybe, I would probably assume that there's like a furnace thing here. So, okay, so maybe like we can draw a furnace here, and then here's like the little chimney, and maybe like a table or something. Or wait, let me draw this better. Okay, so maybe there's like a table, like a few tables, and there is a metal worker here. So maybe we'll use this mini. So maybe this guy is kind of working close to here and like forging like weapons or something. Okay. So I want to see if she can. So it is closed. Yeah. So the shop is closed, and so I feel like it would be very unlikely for this NPC to assume that they would have like customers coming in, and so I wonder. I'm a little worried. I wonder if this guy might be like aggressive or something. So, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's see first if this new NPC, this other metal worker, is... Yeah, let's see here. If he is... okay. If he's helpful or not. So, okay, we'll roll this twice. 4. Okay, so 8. Okay, so this guy would be curious. Okay, so if he is curious, let's see. I wonder if she can like sneak in maybe. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Maybe she can like sneak in, and I think she would just want to try to like observe kind of what's going on here. So we will do. Okay, so she'll probably do like a dex kind of check. I'm gonna ask the fate chart. Is there anything that she sees from this little like slit here that she can like hide behind, like maybe crates or like barrels or something? I want to say likely. Okay, 76. Actually, you know what? Probably certain. I'm actually gonna switch that to certain, because it's probably very obvious that they would have like crates and stuff to like store things. So yeah, we'll do like a crate here, and maybe like a barrel, and then like another barrel here. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so next she will do a dex save, so she has to roll below a 12, and that is a d20. Okay, so let's see how it goes for her. Ooh, 13. Okay, right on the dot there. Okay, so she's able to sneak in undetected. Oh wait. No. Oh shit. Okay, so that was a fail actually. For some reason I thought that was a 13. So that was a 13, but her ability is 12. So that was a fail. So let's say he probably notices her then. Okay, so he probably notices her. So let's see. So he is curious. So maybe he's probably like hesitant at first. So let's see. Yeah, so maybe he's like hesitant. So maybe he's something like, hey, like, who goes there? He hears like a sound. Maybe maybe she made some like ruckus or something as she was trying to slip through here. And so let's see now if he like pulls out a weapon or something to defend himself. But he is curious, so it's most likely that he will just be wanting to like talk to her and ask for an explanation. Whoops. Oh my god, keeps slipping. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's do this again. Okay, so 36. Okay, so he does pull out a weapon. Okay, so he does pull out a weapon in defense. And he's probably going around. He's probably asking, are you the police? And I wonder, she would probably, are you the police? He probably yells at her. And she says, no. And then she mentions, I just want to understand and help I want to help find Graf, the murderer, the blacksmith that is, I guess, that works here. And so let's see if he is receptive. I want to say very likely. He's probably going to be very, very receptive here. Okay, 32. Okay, sweet. So, yeah, so 32. Okay, so he does seem to be receptive and begins to kind of have a conversation with her. And so probably the no escape part, as how I am going to be interpreting it, is since that she was trying to do that deck save and she got noticed right away by this metal worker, so there's no way that she could have escaped that undetected. So that's kind of how I'm interpreting that plot point there, no escape. All right, so she says to him that she just wants to understand the story behind Graf, the blacksmith, and she just wants more answers here. And so she's probably gonna chat with this NPC to figure out more details about what happened. He's probably asking her, are you a town guard? How can I trust you if you do want to help? She's probably going to ask help with wanting to find Graf. And he's probably a good friend of Graf. Let's see. Because actually, yeah, I kind of want to ask the fate chart. Kind of like, what's the history behind Graf and this metal worker here? Let's say it's near certain that they're close. Okay, yeah, so 57. All right, so he says that they are good friends, and he introduces himself as we'll call him Ben. Yeah, so this is Ben. Okay, so Ben is probably Ben and Graf are good friends. Yeah, so I'll just make a note there. Okay, that they are good friends. All right. And then she'll probably want to ask more information about Graf here. So if you guys remember my last turning point, in turning point 4, it says here, clear the record. So how I'm assuming, I'm interpreting that as Graf was probably set up. And I did kind of play offline a little bit just because I wanted more information on what Graf was actually charged with. And he was charged with murder, and it was a priest at the Wildborn Church that was sadly murdered. And so the weapon that was used was actually tied back to Graf, but Graf was saying that in his defense, he was saying that he didn't do it, and that he was set up and someone actually used his weapons to do that act of murdering the priest of Wildborn Church. And so I am interpreting that as like maybe Graf is kind of on the run, and so that's why he was found going through Evervale Hollow trying to escape maybe and run away. And so that was kind of the interpretation that I got from playing offline, to just kind of figure out the details with what he was murdered with, or what he was charged with. And so his friend here, Ben, he's probably going to explain that Graf was actually set up and he can't figure out why and like who would do such a thing to murder a priest of the Wildborn Church, and so, or the Wildborn Chapel. And so Graf is probably saying that, or sorry, Ben is probably saying that Graf wouldn't do such a thing. And Morgan will probably ask, like, why is it that someone would even want to murder a devout, like, holy leader that's like a prominent figure in the chapel. And so let's see, I do want to ask the fate chart, how likely is it? There's probably some tension between maybe like the believers of Kevin versus like the non-believers and followers of Kevin. So knowing that Wildborn Chapel embraces Kevin's like vines and his growth, and the overall vibe of Thornmere is they're constantly trying to like cut off his vines that are found throughout the town. So I do want to ask the fate chart if there is some tension between the Wildborn followers versus the non-followers, and I'll probably say it's near certain. Okay, yep. So there is definitely some tension between I'm gonna write this down. So tension between the followers versus non-followers of Wildborn Chapel. Yeah. So maybe there was just some anger or something. Yeah, maybe it was just like a what is that called? Like a hate crime or something against the Wildborn Chapel. So yeah, so Ben is going to explain to Morgan that there is some tension between the followers and non-followers of the Wildborn Chapel. And so he is probably going to say that there's no way that Graf could have done that, because Graf maybe Graf is just indifferent. Maybe he's not a follower of the church here. So let's see. We'll probably say it's very likely that he isn't a follower. Okay, yeah, so definitely no. So he's definitely not a follower. Yeah, so he's not a follower of the church. Yeah, so not likely. So okay, so let's see. So Ben explains that it has to be somebody else who would have done this, and I would assume that he is having a hard time trying to explain to the town guards, because the evidence right now is just pointing to Graf, and they don't have like any other leads, and so he's probably asking if he could help, if Morgwin could help find who is the real person that murdered that priest and put and clear, Graf's name. And so she's probably going to ask him, okay, well, is there anyone in in Rockridge Forge, like any other employees that Ben would have an idea of like who would do such a thing. And so let's see, is it, I'm gonna ask the fate chart a yes and no question here. Is it likely that that it is like an employee that works? Is it a blacksmith worker that works at Rockridge Forge? So we'll just do a 50-50 here. Okay, so that is a 30, so yes. Okay, so Graf says, or sorry, Ben says yes, that there is someone that he has an idea of who could be behind it. Yeah, so he has an idea of who could be behind the murder here. And so let's see if he has like maybe a name for this person. Names. Okay, so we'll do 61. A number? No. 61 again. 75. So SE, and then 63. CO. Okay. So I wonder who CO is. Okay. Or not CO, maybe Seo. Okay. So supposedly Seo is also, wait, is this a male or female? I do want to ask that kind of question too. So let's see here. 49. So I'll probably interpret that as female. Okay, cool. So this is a female. Female. I'm gonna give her an A at the end of her name, so Seoa. Yeah, there we go. So that sounds a little more feminine to me. Okay, so Seoa, most likely to be involved here. To be the one who murdered the priest. Okay. Alright. Also, I'll just do a quick pause really quick. How I figured out the details behind the wanted like poster, I actually used the table here to kind of figure out the details, and then I just interpreted the results. Yeah, so here. So I think I got like religious as a keyword. Another one was an attack. And then I don't remember what I rolled. Oh, I think I got settlement or oh no. I got forest. Yeah, like forest or swamp. One of those two. Because I remember I had to roll twice. But anyways, yeah. So I got like religious as a keyword, attack as a keyword, and then I do remember I got what was it? Violence as one. Yeah, so that is how I interpret it as a maybe like a hate crime against the Wildborn Chapel there. Okay, so he gives her a name, Seoa. So Seoa, she probably asks him, okay, well, where can I find Seoa? And I wonder, let's see here. So let's see. Is I'm assuming Seiya would be still like in town of Thornmere, because the Thornmere guards were pinning it on Graf. So I'm assuming she would probably think that she's like safe, you know, and she's probably trying to like blend in. And so one way she could blend in is by being a Wildborn follower herself, or she could be like a construction worker, cutting down the vines that are found throughout the town, or she could be maybe like working in the library, in the markets. So, okay, I'm gonna ask the fate chart. Is Seioa, I'll say it's 50-50, is Seioa likely a Wildborn follower? So let's see here. Oh, 50. Okay, so that is a yes. Okay, so she is probably blending in here. Okay, so she's probably blending in as a Wildborn follower. Ooh, interesting. Okay, this is gonna be... Okay, this is gonna be really interesting. Okay, so... Okay, so Ben is probably telling Morgwin that he just doesn't have... Or sorry, Ben is probably going to tell Morgwin that the shop is closed and they basically had to let everyone go, and so he is kind of the only one that's managing the shop, and so he is the one who probably only knows about Seioa. So she is a hater of the Wildborn church. So she hates Kevin, the spirit of the forest, but she is disguising herself as a Wildborn follower. Okay, so she's kind of trying to take down the chapel from the inside. Very interesting. Okay, so that is good information for Morgwin to know. And also the NPC negative that happens here, I'm gonna interpret that as he is just... Ben over here is just worried about his friend Graf, and she you know, she kind of feels for the guy, and so she's probably gonna tell him like, it's okay, like, don't worry, I will do my best to find Graf and you know, clear his name and put Seioa to justice over here, and kind of make Seioa pay. All right, okay, so that is where we're gonna go for plot point 1. And so I think now Morgwin's going to leave Rockridge Forge, and she will tell him that she'll do her best to help Graf out. So we're gonna put the NPC over there to the side. And then now, I think at this time, I would probably assume it's like 11:30 a.m. And so the visiting hours are probably going to be open now for the town hall. So I think next she is going to go to the town hall to find Felix and ask more about Graf and kind of what he looks like and where he was headed, etc. So I will clear off the map for the blacksmith shop there. Wow, this is becoming really interesting story over here. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we are gonna bring back the town map over here. Okay, great. So now she's gonna go to the town hall and see if she could find Felix again. And that's probably gonna be a guard. Yeah, a guard's probably gonna be there. Okay, so yeah, we will now visit the town hall and kind of see. Okay. So I'm gonna make a note here that Seoa used to work at Rock Ridge Forge. Okay. All right. So now Morgan is going to go to the town hall here. So she's going to go to the town hall and she is going to see if Felix is available. So let's see. So visiting hours. Does a town guard greet her at all? I'll say likely. Yes. Okay. So the town guard kind of greets her, asks her what her business is, and so two things. So she is going to say that she wants to accept a job at a construction site to help kind of rebuild some old buildings that have been kind of weathered down by the vines, and let's see if she's able to get that job. I'll probably give her a will check to see. So she has to get below a 13. So we'll see here. Okay, so it is a 13. Okay, so she does get a job, so that's good. So I'll just make a note here. PC gets a job for construction, or I'll just say rebuilding old buildings weathered from some vines. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then she's probably going to ask now if she can chat with Felix, who has been a loyal worker for the mayor over here. So let's see. I would say it's very likely that Felix is available because it's like almost lunch. You know, he needs to get a lunch break at some point. Oh, he is not. Okay. Well, he's probably just really busy trying to, you know, be a good steward for the mayor. So let's see. Is she able to just convince the guard to like make Salo available? So let's see. Yeah, I want to see if she can do like a will 1. Okay, that is a success. Okay, so she was able to fully convince the guard that she needs to see Felix here. God, I keep getting the names mixed up. I feel like I have too many NPCs sometimes. Okay, so she's able to convince the guard that she needs to chat with Felix. So now, Felix and Morgan are chatting, and she asks him about the traveling blacksmith that he came across as he was going through Evervale Hollow. So he like tells her, you know, that he seemed like he was injured, but he was walking the opposite direction of where Thornmere is. So that matches up. So he's probably running away from Thornmere, and he's seen with like a bunch of different weapons, probably his own like craftsmanship, probably to just avoid more, you know, like I guess potential evidence or something that would like point to him. So if Seoa did end up using like one of Graf's like weapons and used that to murder the priest and left it at the crime scene, you know, like I wonder if Graf is just kind of taking all of his weapons, so then nothing would be like left and tied back to him. So that kind of makes sense. And he was seen wearing a helmet, like an iron like armory like helmet of some sort, probably to try to conceal his identity or something. So okay, so that matches up to what Felix saw. And then Felix will also mention that he came across, if you guys remembered last time, Felix came across some strange stone columns along his like journey here. And that was probably, oh yeah, I think this was here in Encounter 1. So he came across this odd like structure of stone columns that were guarded by these cobble hounds. And so it's most likely maybe that that would be a good like landmark or something to try to see where Graf is like heading to potentially. I don't know, but Felix does remember that he just got drawn to this like energy that was coming from the stone columns. So maybe that might happen to Graf, who would probably pass by it as well in his travels. So okay, so a landmark to keep in mind for Morgan over here would be one, the pond, and then the stone columns that were found here. So she will keep that in mind if she goes back to Evervale Hollow here. Okay, so I think she has all the information that she needs. So I'll say PC remembers the stone columns, and then the pond, and cobblehounds. Okay, so we will see if there's anything else. Okay, cool. So that is kind of where they have yeah, so I think that is all the information that Felix will be giving Morgwin right now. And maybe Morgwin wants to catch up with him for a little bit and ask, how like work is going. And so let's see, is there anything that he like shares with her? So we will go into the plot point table and we'll roll for the next plot point here. So the theme is tension, so we'll see kind of what happens next. Okay, so we got a 63. Taking chances. Okay, let's see. A character acts in a very risky way. For instance, a character may suddenly show no regard for their life as they walk out across a narrow beam above a valley to save a friend. Or the villain you are fighting takes a drug that makes him go into a battle frenzy where he loses all caution. Oh, interesting. Okay, so character acts in a risky way. Okay, so we'll say, I'll make a note here for risky, and that probably would be involving, maybe Felix over here? Ooh, maybe Felix will share some important information to Morgwin here that she shouldn't really like know about. So since that he is working for the mayor now, maybe he's kind of, he's learned of a few things that's like going on in Thornmere that maybe the public shouldn't really like know. So let's, okay, I kind of like that idea. So let's see, we'll ask the fate chart and we'll say it is near certain here. So let's see, does Felix share information to Morgwin that the public of Thornmere shouldn't really know about? So we'll say certain here. Oops. Ooh, okay. Yep. Alright, so that is a definite yes. So Felix explains some information that he's learned about Thornmere, maybe. So maybe something that he's like not really, maybe that he's like kind of worried about. So let's see, let's look at our tables here. Okay, adventure tone, maybe conversations, or okay, I want to roll on conversations and then motivations. So let's see this. 44. Okay. Haggle. Okay, so haggle is a word. What's 44 on this side? Oh, an illness. Interesting. Okay, so illness. Okay, so there's illness, and then we have haggle. I wonder how we can interpret that. Okay, so we have illness and haggle here. Okay, so we have illness and haggle here. So I kind of want to try to tie this. Maybe we can tie this into Seoa's story and how she killed the priest there at Wildborn Chapel. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can interpret illness as like maybe the mayor is trying to just get rid of maybe the mayor's trying to get rid of this quote unquote illness. So maybe like the spirit of the forests, vines that are all over the town. Yeah, I can interpret that as like a quote unquote illness of some sort, you know, that's kind of maybe infecting the town. Okay, so and maybe he is working. Maybe the mayor is working with Seoa to get rid of the forest, the spirit of the forest. Okay, I like this idea. Okay, sorry. My mind is kind of going everywhere right now. So I will say the mayor works with Seoa and is trying to get rid of the Wildborn Chapel. And end Kevin. Yeah, the spirit of the forest. Oh my goodness, I just got chills. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Whoa, I am liking how all of this is tying together. Okay, so Felix has learned that the mayor is working with Seoa to try to get rid of the Wildborn Chapel, and he wants to end Kevin, the spirit of the forest, and just wants to continue expanding Thornmere. Okay, I like that. So expanding like Thornmere as a whole. Okay, all right. So this is something to keep in mind now for Morgwyn, as she is going to be trying to figure out how to get back Graf, and then how to also clear his name and put and bring justice to his name, and try to get Seoa into jail. But if the mayor is involved too, oh my goodness, this has just turned into like a bigger issue here. So it's almost as if she needs to stop the mayor too. Oh wow. Okay, this is becoming intense. Okay, cool. So how about she talks with Felix, and maybe she will kind of agree with him that they'll meet every few days or something to kind of update each other on different things that they've learned about the priest who got murdered, and then also about the mayor's plans for Thornmere just in general. But I feel like this is also good that she will take that job as a construction worker, so she'll also kind of maybe like she will kind of blend in. And knowing that Kevin is the protector and spirit of the forest, maybe she's also a little worried that what if like his vines just start to get more aggressive and want to kind of destroy the town or whatever. So okay, these are all things that are good to know. Okay, So we will now roll for the next plot point here. And now we shall see. Okay, so we will now roll. So the theme is tension. And this is a 100. Oh wait, or is that a 01? Yeah, I think that's a 01. Because if it was... Oh no, that's a 100, right? Oh my god, how am I interpreting this? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, a 100 would be 10, and then this would be 0. Okay, so that was a 1. Okay, so that was a 1. And then... Okay, this is now becoming a conclusion. So... Okay, so maybe the tension part is now over. Yeah, so maybe it just ends there. Okay, so I will... I think now we will get Morgwin to... Let's see, maybe it's like 1 o'clock p.m. this time. So maybe Morgwin will now get to work and find a construction site that she can go to kind of start, blending in with Thornmere now. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so her strength is a bit low. Okay, so how about this? So she will... Let's see here. Maybe she'll try to find a construction site that's kind of near Wildbourne Chapel, and she can kind of learn and observe what the Wildbourne Chapel is like. So let's see. Let's ask the fate chart here if there is a construction site near the chapel that she can work at. Okay, so that's a 70. So that is a no. Okay, so maybe there's no... Actually, that makes sense. There wouldn't be no construction sites near Wildbourne Chapel because they like to embrace the vines there. So, maybe near the town hall? 82, that's a no. What about near the market stalls? Oops. 91, that's also a no. What about near the town square? Okay, that is a 52. Okay, so maybe not exactly near the town square, but it's close enough in that area. Okay, so now she goes to kind of the area around Market Square to work at the construction site and chop off a few vines here. Okay, so this is slowly starting to unfold. All right, well, I guess I will end it there. So this is Turning Point 5. So this is part 6. And then now next time will be part 7. Okay. Wow, I am really liking how this story is playing out. This is becoming a way bigger story than I was anticipating, honestly, when I was kind of creating this world. So wow, yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, well, I will end my adventure there, and I do want to say I am a really big fan of Winterhold, and oh my goodness, the smell. Oh, if only you guys could smell it. But I love this one because of the cedar. I really smell the cedar here. But this just adds so much to my gameplay. It really does add a little bit of magic to my solo sessions. So anyways, thank you, Weeping Wick, for this candle. I'll make a post on Instagram to kind of share my thoughts about it. But Thank you so much, adventurers, for joining me in this is part 6 of A Vinekin's Revenge. I will write up a narrative, and I'm really excited to just kind of continue this adventure and see how it unfolds. All right, well, I'll catch you next time.